is it rope dropping the Magic Kingdom on a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween morning? Well, Biscuits, we're about to find out. Let's slay!
Whoa, Biscuit, you gotta back it up to the least magical place in all of Walt Disney World, the TTC. Help!
It is very quiet here at security, thank goodness. We love to see it because what a way to start the day when it's packed here. Oh boy. And this right here is why we're in Magic Kingdom today, closing early. Biscuits, welcome to the least magical place in all of Walt Disney World, the Transportation and Ticket Center. Help, get me out of here! Listen, if I don't have to come here, I will go out of my way to avoid this place. I'm not gonna waste more time here than I have to, but the most magical thing about the TTC is that they have a Joffrey's coffee. I've had no coffee. We're gonna be getting a coffee, getting on the monorail, then getting over there. I'm already running late. I'll see you over there on the monorail somewhere. I don't know, ma. We gotta go! It's 7:33. We're heading up to the monorail. By the way, I got to see my best girlfriends over at the Joffrey's. Make sure you stop at the Joffrey's here. It makes it all worth coming to the TTC. But for now, we're getting on the monorail. We gotta go. I think one just came and one just left. So hopefully we don't have to wait here too long and that we don't get stuck like last time. Or the doors don't close like last time. But we love the monorail and we love the Magic Kingdom. See you there! Hi, listen, I'm back. We left that on a bad note. The TTC, it's not, the Magic Kingdom, it's not, I love the Magic Kingdom now. There was a period of time where this was my least favorite park, but then with Tron, with Tiana's, with soon to be, who knows, with Villains, with Racers, not Racers, but Radiator Springs, this might become my favorite park. I do love it here. I just cannot stand the TTC. Anyway, the monorail's here, we're getting out. I'll see you there, bye.
Okay, fine, I'll be honest. This view coming into Magic Kingdom almost makes going to the TTC worth it. Almost. Okay, let's not take that too out of context. It is a gorgeous view and a beautiful way to start the day.
7:41, we're off the monorail. Rope drop for us is going to be happening in 19 minutes, but this is a great sign. Really nobody here at the gate. Morale is high, Biscuits. Morale is high. Biscuits, welcome back to the Magic Kingdom. It has been so long. I don't even know how many months at this point. And to continue with a thought that I had earlier amidst the chaos of being at the TTC and being beyond overwhelmed, once I had a few sips of coffee, I resettled and gained my center. By the way, what I would give to have the characters back on the train station, but I digress. Listen, Magic Kingdom for the longest time was the park that I came to the least for years, because it just, for me, it really wasn't the most exciting of the parks. Animal Kingdom is my #1 park, and that's not gonna be changing anytime soon. Oh, y'all, I have to give y'all the view at Main Street. Of course, we're gonna get a better view once we get over there. Animal Kingdom for me is the most magical park of them all. I feel like Animal Kingdom is getting the love that it deserves finally, kind of like the Goofy movie. It only took 30 years! Anyway, I digress, back to the point. Magic Kingdom has become one of the parks that I go to the most for a couple reasons. Number one, the rides. It has two of my favorite rides with Tiana's Bayou Adventure and Tron. Tiana's Bayou Adventure, of which is where we are going to be starting our rope drop today. Not Tron, because a lot of people that go in for early entry will go over and they will wait for Tron to open. So we are going to avoid that and hope that we can catch Tron on a little bit shorter of a wait time in a little bit. We're going to go over to the path that people cannot go to if they are in the park for early entry, which is going to be Adventureland and then Frontierland. But we're going to go to the Frontierland rope, even though I'm tempted to start at the Adventureland rope and go all the way. I rope dropped this before and I learned a lot. So this is going to be a day where I'm kind of going to be able to have redemption to see if the payoff is there and if I can correct the mistakes that I made before. It still was a great rope drop before, don't get me wrong, but I think it could only be better. So we are going to have a chance to be able to improve on that. And then it hasn't been said yet, but the main reason we are here is because it is a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween day. So my hope is that everybody that was in this park yesterday, I heard that they were at like 80,000. I heard it was mad capacity yesterday. Super crowded. And I almost made that mistake. I almost came here. And then when I saw the calendar and I saw that Not So Scary was on the Friday night, I was like, you know what? We are not going to Magic Kingdom on that Saturday morning. I will typically come to the park on Saturdays because a lot of the time Saturday mornings here, it's one of my favorite rope drops. It's very quiet for at least the first couple hours. You can do a lot of rides, and then as soon as the crowds start coming in, you leave and you go do something else. It's fantastic. It's fabulous. But now with Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, that changes the dynamic a little bit. So not coming yesterday and going to studios was to our benefit. So keep that in mind if you are here during the spooky season. But then then if you're outside of the spooky season, I like rope dropping on Saturdays, but keep that between us, okay? Keep that between us. How often do you get to come first thing in the morning and there's literally nobody in front of the castle? I'm telling you, the Mickey's Not So Scary. If you can do it and you're okay with a shorter day, come here on these mornings. I'm not saying that it's not going to get crowded. It's going to get more crowded at some point, but for now, this is a major sleigh and hopefully we can get a decent amount of rides in. Really quick, let's do our castle. Oh, see, like this lighting is great. And then I come here and it's like, wah, wah. Actually, it's not bad. Oh, it's actually pretty good. We'll take it. And then if I angle it down, look at that. Y'all, I'm figuring out this DJI. It's been getting the best of me, but we're getting there. Let me know in the comments. How am I doing? Maybe don't let me in the comments. No, in the comments, but that's okay. All right, over to the rope we go. Adventureland, really not many people there. Frontierland, oh my, look, oh my, let me turn this around. It's 15 minutes or so until rope drop, and there's nobody over here. I'll be honest, this is the quietest I have seen this whole area, especially the rope, 15 minutes before rope drop. Usually there's a healthy amount of people over here on the bridge. Right now, there is no one, so we are gonna take it. Let's get down to business. Let's talk strategy. We're gonna go back to Tiana's, but here's the risk with Tiana's. You don't know if it's gonna be open or not. So I'm gonna look to see as we're walking if they're cycling the boats and I can hear or see them going down the drop. If that's the case, we're gonna stick with that plan and continue on our way to Tiana's. If not, we might veer off and go over to the likes of Pirates. But when do you go? That is the million-dollar question. Obviously when the rope drops, but when does that happen? So there's gonna be the castle show that happens at the beginning of the day. So right before the rope drops, the characters come out. There's a welcome ceremony that happens at the castle. If you're not in a rush or hurrying anywhere, then I would suggest going and watching it. It's really cute, it's fun, it's quick. And then, but there's a very distinct moment when you can go. So Mickey's gonna say, on the count of 3, everybody say, let the magic begin. 1, 2, 3, let the magic begin. And then pyrotechnics go off, and then that is the cue for everybody to go. So keep that in mind. That is going to be your cue to go once the rope drops. Assuming Tiana's Bayou Adventure is open, we are then going to loop around backwards. We'll probably hit Pirates, hit Haunted Mansion, and then start making our way maybe through Fantasyland and just seeing how much we can do and where we can go. I'm probably not going to do some of the lower tier attractions at first, like Magic Carpets. Little Mermaid usually stays a walk on for a while. I'm going to try to get to as many of the bigger hitting attractions as I can and prioritize those first. I don't necessarily suggest that as a plan because there is some gaps of which how far you have to walk, but just to try to maximize my time and get on as many of the bigger rides as possible in the first couple hours, just to see how much we can do and if it's slow, if it picks up, and just kind of see what the dynamic is. In a perfect world today, I would accomplish Tiana's Mansion. This is a lofty goal. Peter Pan, not necessarily because it's a ride that I really enjoyed, but because it's very, very popular. Space Mountain in Tron. I'm gonna get on Tron today at some point, but I'm expecting to have to wait for it. What's going on? Is it happening?
In just a few minutes.
In a few minutes. Okay. So we are gonna, if I get through today, I mean, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train for sure, but I never put stock in real estate. Who am I? Am I on, what is it, $1 Million Listing New York? Who am I? My goodness. I don't put pressure on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train just because of how popular it is. So, the rope is gonna be going down soon. Anyway, I will see you at rope drop. Bye. Biscuits, we have to deviate already. Tiana's is on a delayed opening. So once Let the Magic Begins, which is about to happen soon, we're gonna cut down here. We're gonna try going to Peter Pan and then backtracking towards Tiana's. So we'll see, but it's about to happen. Here we go.
That's gonna be our first ride.
Thank you. All right. And off we go. Y'all better get it. Place on earth is here. And that's gonna be the show, y'all. It's a great show. If you're not in a rush, and again, it's really slow this morning, and then you get to watch all the characters here kind of run off the back. It's really fun. Okay, but we gotta keep going because you know how Peter Pan is. This is a risk. Early entry has already happened, and so there could already be a decent amount of people back here. It's hard to gauge, so we could be walking to a very long line right now. Let's see if the risk pays off. Thankfully, it still looks a little bit on the slow side, but we're gonna have to see. I don't know. Has anybody, also let me know in the comments, have you pulled the sword in the stone? Have you been an anointed one? Has that happened for you? One of these days it's going to happen for me, I know it, because I'm not delusional. Watch, I do it today and it's gonna happen. It better be on videotape, my goodness. All right, so we are around here to Peter Pan. Here's the thing. My hope is that people have already come and gone. So if you are a resort guest and you came here first, they are already on their way. So what's gonna become the plan? Let's take a look at the queue time. If there are people outside, I am gonna continue to run and hide. We know the saying. Okay, so Peter Pan is looking, it's looking pretty, you know, we're in line, we're just gonna risk it. Let's go see how bad it is. What I will say though is that this is one of my favorites. Oh no, this is bad. Oh no! Kids, do not make this mistake. If you see the line where it was when I got in line, continue on your way. I should have gone over to Haunted Mansion, but we're at this point, we're too deep in, we're just gonna wait it out. The lightning lane should not be that bad right now, and that is gonna be the savior of all of this. Peter Pan is very low capacity, and it is one of the most popular rides in the park, especially for families and younger biscuits. So I knew that this was gonna be a risk, but I could not go over to Tiana and wait for that either. So I figured if we can at least knock this out and backtrack, some of those lines are gonna stay shorter. Haunted Mansion should be okay, Pirate should be okay, so we should be able to play catch up on our way to Tiana's, but I'm gonna have to keep my eye on that tip board. What I will say, once again, is that Peter Pan for me is like the TTC. Though the ride is fine, this queue is pure magic. Like, I love this area, especially the funniest part, let's see if it happens when the bells come. You know how like most people that aren't, you know, freakishly tall, 6'2.5", 74% leg, I am a biological miracle. You know, most normal people can like reach up and swat at the bells. Yeah, I can't. My head gets in the way of the bells. So whenever the bells hang down, my head just kind of literally hits across them the entire way. It's really magical, if I do say so myself. But just lots of interactive features. I love Tinkerbell flying from plane. Like Tinkerbell, she's up in the light right now. So they spared no expense in this queue, which is drastically different than the queue at Disneyland. It's really spectacular in here. Biscuits, oh, I gotta re-neutralize my gimbal, my goodness. 8:10, and we're through the merge. Really not that bad. We have been moving and grooving, so we'll be on in probably the next couple of minutes. Hopefully there really wasn't much of a dent in the rest of the rope drop and too many we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. And we're knocking out one of the most difficult attractions to get in Magic Kingdom. So we'll take it. It's a sleigh. Let's get off. Oh my goodness, we just...
May I have your attention? Please remain seated. This ride has stopped temporarily and will resume motion at any time. Please remain seated for your own safety. Thank you.
Oh boy. And the funny thing is I just started recording and that happened. Y'all, just be braced. If you come to a stop on Peter Pan, I'm not gonna say
Attention on Peter Pan's flight. This ride will begin motion immediately. For your safety, please remain seated. Thank you.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it's jarring, but my goodness, does it come to a fast stop. All right, off at the ride. 8:15, we are off Peter Pan. Look, we're abandoning our plan completely. I just looked at the tip board. Tiana's is still down. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Tiana's is still down, and we're just not going to risk going in this direction because I saw Tron right now has a 25-minute wait. So we are going to abandon what our original plan was, and we're going to head over to Tomorrowland, and we're going to knock things out over there. And this is why I say you have to have multiple plans. My plan A completely went into Where did it go? Did it go into outer space? Is that the saying? Something like that, I'm not exactly sure. However, this is why you have to be ready to adapt. Peter Pan, not the adapt that I wanted to do, but it's the adapt that we did, and that's fine. We knocked it out. If Tron can stay at 25 minutes, that's about as good as you're going to get it. It is, Peter Pan right now is the longest line in the park. I did not wait 30 minutes clearly, but that line backs up very, very quickly. So keep that in mind. If it is with early entry, rope dropping Peter Pan is not the plan to go. Frontierland, Adventureland, that is a great play because you are not behind resort guests. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Winnie the Pooh, it's really not the play just because you're essentially rope dropping a line when you could be rope dropping other things that are not going to have anywhere near the line that some of these other attractions are. So keep that in mind. If you are going to spend on an individual lightning lane, Seven Dwarfs is a great one to do it on so you don't have to stress about it. If you're staying all day and you can make it to the fireworks and you don't want to see the fireworks, I did that the last time I was here actually with one of my best friends in the world, Lucy. We did kind of like a challenge during the fireworks to see just how much we could do. And I think we got on Mine Train. I mean, we got on a lot of rides that night, but we got on Mine Train in I think like 20-25 minutes. So that can be a strategy if you do not want to watch Happily Ever After. But aside from that, take some stress out of your day, do the individual lightning lane, book that in advance. 3 days if you're not a resort guest, 7 days if you are a resort guest, so you can take having to wait in that line, rope dropping it, the chaos of that, etc., out of play. So you can just enjoy it when you do it, when you want to. Going to Tron couldn't be that much longer of a walk. We could be further, we could be all the way back by Tiana's, but we're pretty far away. We're going the back route though, actually. So we're gonna be going into Storybook Circus, walking the path back that way, rather than going back into the main entrance, through Tomorrowland, and then up that way. We're gonna go the back way. So again, hopefully this pays off because I'm walking past a whole lot of rides right now that have no lines whatsoever. So this could be, this could be an epic failure of a rope drop morning, my God. No, it hasn't been a failure. We got on Peter Pan in 15 minutes. It has been a tremendous success so far. I'm being such a negative Nelly, my goodness. Positivity and pixie dust, I don't know, I got nothing. I just dropped something. Oh, I just dropped my charger. Oh no, I hope it still works. Does it still work? Thank goodness it still works. Okay, I'll see you at Tron. And poof, we have entered Tomorrowland. And if you did not know that you could enter Tomorrowland via this direction, you absolutely can. And what I love about Disney engineering, or one of the things that I do, is the seamless transition where you go from Storybook into a completely different world. The music changes, the vibe changes, being down here at night, and then getting to see Tron go by. Oh, it's incredible! I love this area, but here's what I don't love. The sheer volume of people I see walking over here, y'all. I might have made a big mistake. All right, let's see what the line is like. Biscuits coming live to you now from my phone because my DJI is out of storage space on its SD card. So, it's going so well this morning, in addition to a complete and total change. I don't know about this line, y'all. I really don't know what it's gonna do. I'll show you the line once we get up here. It doesn't look like it's in all of the switchbacks, so hopefully that is a good sign. But right now it is, oh, I don't even know what time it is because I can't physically tell you. It is something o'clock, and we will see how long it takes us to get through this, but here's hoping it's not gonna be that bad. 8:24. It is 8:24 a.m. Like I told y'all, hashtag consummate professional. I mean, nothing is a hot mess express here. There's nothing to see. There's no yellow caution tape flying all over. It's not like that. We're very professional, very demure here. Is that still a thing? Are we still saying that? Anyway, I'm gonna say it. Anyway, I'll see you in line. Anyway, how many times can I say that today? Okay, anyway. Okay, the time does say that it did go up to 30 minutes, but morale is decently high because usually this whole area is filled up, these switchbacks. We're making our way relatively quickly into the pre-show area. I don't know if we're gonna go right in, or maybe they're just letting people consistently flow through, but morale is still decently high. Biscuits, welcome to the grid. They have taken us right inside, and they are not using the pre-show area. So we'll just have to see how long the line is over here. And again, I'm hoping with not much of a lightning lane, we're gonna fly through this, but we'll have to wait and see.
And while this is not necessarily a sight that we want to see, this can move very, very quickly, especially if lightning lane is not bad. But oh boy, I went from line to line this morning. That was not the goal, not what I wanted to do, but here we are.
8:38, we've made it through the merge. Pretty much everything has to go in a locker, but I'm able to put my phone in the front of the bike, so I will see you here in a little bit, y'all. I'm not gonna have my microphone, so the sound's gonna be terrible. I'll see you in a sec. 8:50, we're about to get on Tron. Really not that bad. We got a line at like 8:24, so it was right on par, right in tow. Can you hear me? I'm not sure. I'll see you after Tron. You know what? To all of you that say that Tron is overhyped, absolutely not. You're overhyped. There, I said it. I'm just kidding. I love this attraction. It is, every time I ride it, it becomes my favorite ride here at Disney because, look, the thing that people criticize it for the most is the fact that it's short. And I just have a big and I understand if you say that some of the ride, like the ride vehicle is a little uncomfortable, totally understand that. Again, 6'2", 74% leg, anomaly, I know, I get it. And having to kind of like rest and rely on your knees and your shins, yeah, it can be a little bit uncomfortable. But the launch, I will never forget riding this the first time. The launch took me by surprise. It is a punchier launch than I thought it was going to be. But then just the marvel, the engineering, I love the music, and then the interior section, just being in the grid. Like, I love this experience and I love this ride. I understand it's short, and I guess all I'm asking is in addition to people saying that the vehicles are not that comfortable. I love this ride. I'm so glad that it's here. Do I wish maybe it could be a little bit different than what's in Shanghai? Sure, 100%. But either way, it is an unbelievable attraction that I'm so glad that we have here. And every time I'm at the park, I must ride it. And if it stays as short as it is right now, we're probably gonna go on again. But for now, we're gonna head to Space Mountain, which says it has a 5-minute wait. So I really hope that that is still true, because we're behind the 8 ball. Typically, at this point, I would have hoped that we've been on like 4 rides, but I'm hoping that the fact that we've already knocked out 2 of the biggest hitters in the park, that's only gonna set us up for success, and we're gonna be able to make up some ground going forward, but let's see. And a TT's update, TT's is still not up. So again, I'm very glad that we did not go back in that direction, because if you think about it, all I would have had back in that direction, I would have to go to Pirates, Magic Carpet, Haunted Mansion, and that's really honestly about it. So at the end of the day, did we make the right decision? Yes. Is it going to backfire? So far, hopefully not. Space still says 5 minutes, thank goodness, so on to Space we go.
And Biscuits, this is fabulous. So they're actually running both sides this morning, and we're basically gonna walk right up into either station. So let's go! Okay, this is where we start to make up some time. We love to see it. Just 9:04, and on we go for Space Mountain. We are in row 6, so I don't know how that's gonna go. There are some moments on the ride that are so aggressive, just in terms of how, like when you go down some of the drops, but I can never remember which side is a little bit more cattywampus than the other, but here we go. Oh my goodness, it was so brutal.
There are a couple drops that you go down in the back that you really get hurled down that when you're in row 6. There's the drop that goes right past the lift hill, like ejector airtime, flying out of the seat. And then that one big drop, it's probably the biggest drop on the ride, honestly, right towards the end. Just, I felt like I was quite literally levitating. I loved it. I was terrified. I didn't like it. It was brutal. But the holiday overlay, that is the one reason I want to come during Halloween season. Not the one, there are many, but I want to do the Halloween overlay. I'm not going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, and that's going to be my only time to get to experience it. It is the best. My goodness. Walking uphill and trying to do this is just... We got to get this lung capacity back, because this is not it. Okay, we have to check the tip board. Let's see if TT's is up. If not, we might even risk going to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train if it's 30 minutes or under. So let's give it a look-see and see. Biscuit, somehow Mine Train is 30 minutes. That's workable for me. Like, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna assess once I get there, because it's been showing 30 for a while, and my concern becomes that people will start to go and it will get more crowded. But I can tolerate 30, especially since Tiana's isn't open, and the fact that I'm going to knock out every major ride, potentially, assuming Tiana's opens, within the first couple hours of the day, That's insanity. Not what I was expecting, especially when rope drop went the way that it did. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. It's the lesson we are learning in real time, dears. Everything happens for a reason. Okay, I don't want to jinx it because we still have to make it over to 7 doors to see if we can get through that. But if the lightning lane isn't bad for that, it usually moves pretty quickly. So let's head over there. Maybe we'll hit Winnie the Pooh, some of the other rides over here, and hopefully TTs can come up here pretty soon. And then when that happens, if we catch it early, a lot of people are going to go back there, which will hopefully thin out other areas of the park so we can continue to ride. So let's see what happens. Listen, we're getting in line, we're committing to it. It doesn't look too bad, we're committing to the bit. Let's see what happens. Look, we did well. This is how far we walked and this is where we're coming to a stop. If this keeps moving continuously, I'm gonna say 20, 25 minutes max, but here's the hoping. Hopefully I did not jinx it, and if the lightning lane is not bad, we should be good to go. Also, the other thing that I love about being in this queue, if I have to be in it, is the industrial-sized Beyonce's fan. I left my weaves at home this time. I completely forgot. I woke up late, missed my alarms, etc. I'll bring my weaves next time. But the fans in this queue are truly spectacular. I mean, they are just blowing gale force winds over here. It's amazing. Like her hair, I'm not gonna show you, her hair is quite literally pulling a Willow Smith. It's crazy. I forgot to mention we came to a stop at 9:15 a.m. Biscuits, look, listen, this is serious, okay? We need to talk about these gems. Are you real? No, we don't, y'all, we cannot be touching the gems, okay? I had a discussion about this. Like, people, okay, listen, people do not wash their hands. They don't. Especially here at Disney World. People also love to open mouth cough just because they can. They're outside. Doesn't matter that that you're in a confined space. It still happens all the time. Y'all, do not touch these gems, okay? People go to the bathroom. Do you know how many times I have to see people go to the bathroom and not wash their hands? And then I see them come out of the bathroom, shove their hands in their mouth, and then shove them all up. Look at everybody is touching the gems, okay? Look, if you are trying to have a Disney day, your Disney day avoids looking but not touching. Yeah, look at the gems, yeah, don't touch the gem. Do you promise? Make me a promise. Promise me in the comments right now. Thank you. Again, see, we don't know. We don't touch. We look, they're gorgeous, you admire, but you do not touch. You have to promise me. If you haven't promised me in the comments, promise me right now. Biscuits, it's like 9:26. Look, this is the same scenario. We look, but we don't touch. I know how fun it is to get Snow White to appear and to see the dwarves. I get it, I know. But look, just, you know, use something. You have gloves, maybe use your hip. I tried using my hip. It didn't really work that well, but the point got across. Snow White still appeared, just like, y'all gotta promise me. If you haven't, once again, promise me in the comments. Thank you, love you. Just 9:35 and we're gonna be getting out for 7 Dwarfs Mine Train, which, what? Luckily, I can do this math because we got in line with a 5 and it's ending with a 5, so I know that it's only been 20 minutes. Let's get a sleigh for Jeremy. Look at him doing math. My goodness. 20 minutes for 7 Dwarfs Mine Train. That's diabolically good, especially with, y'all know how long and how crazy this line gets. 20 minutes, we'll take it. Haunted Mansion may be next. It's still a walk-in right now. It says 13, and hopefully Tiana's will come up soon. But for now, I'll see you after 7 Dwarfs Mine Train. Yeah! Row 3, here we go! I could not have gotten in line at a better time. It's still not that bad. It's stopping right back here, so it's probably more of like a genuine 30 right now, but 20 minutes! And that was amazing. And honestly, I have to, if I can get the photos, I am gonna post them because I know I devoured. I actually know where the cameras are on this ride, and I served and slayed, at least in my head. I'm trying to, you know, here's the thing. I have learned that in life, sometimes Delulu is the woo-woo. Gotta work on that saying. It's being Delulu sometimes the way, because when you're Delulu in your head and you're living in a fantasy world, sometimes that just makes the day better. Sometimes we just need to believe that we are slaying it. We are devouring, we are eating, as the kids still may or may not be saying. Even if we're not. Because at least if we're living in that world of make-believe and Delulu, at least you are serving and slaying and in a much better frame of mind rather than the reality of the fact that I probably didn't serve at all. So for now, I am going to say that I ate. And assuming I can get the photos and I did or did not eat, I will post them right here. but if I can't get the photos, I'm so sorry. We're just gonna keep living in this headspace of I served, I ate, Tyra Banks will be proud, on to the next. So I need to check the tip board. We're gonna head to Haunted Mansion. Hopefully it is still giving that magical number of 13. But if it's not, we may wait it out anyway. I'm also gonna try to walk up to the corner to see if TT's is cycling. If TT's is cycling and I can see the boats coming down the drop, we're for sure gonna go back there. So stay tuned. Peter Pan, only 30 minutes right now, which for it being a couple hours into the day, really not that bad. But you can definitely feel that the crowds have picked up a little bit. Still not bad at all. This is very, very manageable and very comfortable given how buku bonkers not so insane Magic Kingdom can get. So let's go see what Haunted Mansion is like. Ooh, I see a lot of people over there. Oh boy, okay, let's see. Okay, Haunted is still giving walk-on, so I do have time to peek my head around the corner over here to see at least if Tiana's is testing. But if not, and I don't see the boats cycling, we are just gonna come back here and do Haunted Mansion. Oh, I haven't seen the drained rivers of America yet. I'm kind of excited about that.
While there's water, I haven't seen any boats go down the drop yet. So I think that TT's is still gonna need quite a bit of time. I'm not gonna say quite a bit, but a decent amount of time. I'm gonna wait for, oh, just like that. Let's see if there are people on it. Okay, so TT's is cycling. This is a good thing. It's looking good, but now what do I do? Do I go? Or do I wait? You know what? I think we're just gonna walk over there. I think we're just gonna walk over there and wait and see. But for now, I have yet to see this with my own two eyes, but here's what's left. And now that I see this space like this, I'm kind of like, oh, this totally makes sense for racers, for a Radiator Springs area. I see it, I see the vision, I get it, and I'm even more excited. I'm sorry if that upset some people, but also look at this view of the mansion from here. Stunning! Okay, let's go head over to TT's and see what happens. Okay, so boats over here are still cycling, which is a good thing. So I think I might even go over here and grab a little popcorn. I am a little hungry, and then I'm gonna give it maybe like 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, and then we'll just kind of see what happens. Because if we could be here right when it opens, again, this isn't gonna have a line right away. It's gonna take some time for a line to actually form, but to be back here, if it opens and we're good to go, that's gonna be a massive sleigh, especially as we're walking past people that are on their way to come right to Tiana. So stay tuned, let's get a popcorn and see what happens. Look, it had to be done. I haven't had a popcorn yet. I didn't have one. Yes, there goes 25 cents all over the ground. My goodness, do not drop your popcorn, y'all. I am so bad at that. You know, I have to say though, it is a little bunch of crunch. It's still not bad, but I don't know. There's something about Disneyland popcorn that just kind of hits differently. I could be, once again, living in my Delulu world, but let me know if you agree or not. What's better popcorn, Disneyland or Disney World? Let me know, but for now, yum. TT's is still having a moment. We all have those. I get it. I have moments every day, neither here nor there. But what is here is one of my good friends, Michael. Michael, hi. Welcome to the disaster. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
You know what? I'm doing okay. I'm starting to schwitz a little bit. Do you know what that means?
Not really.
I'm starting to sweat a little bit. The Speedwalk sachet has been fierce as I've been pinballing all over the place trying to get from ride to ride to ride, and it's been a really successful morning, but what's not looking successful is all these people walking into Pirates. So what we were gonna do is pivot to Pirates because there's a 5-minute wait, and then try to go back to Tiana to see if that opens. Michael, I don't know how I feel about this plan. How are you optimistic about it? Where's your morale?
I'm pretty fingers crossed that we can get on Pirates and still get back in time for Tiana's.
I think it's gonna happen. Okay, let's just do it. Let's do it. Okay, we're getting into live for Pirates. Let's see how it goes. So this is where we came to a stop. Is it gonna be 5 minutes? Probably not. It might be. It's very high capacity. This line has a tendency to move and move and move, especially if there's not a lightning lane, which there really is not. So here's to hoping. It is currently 10:12 a.m. Let's see what time we make it onto the ride. Biscuits, 10:18. 5 minutes. We're getting on Pirates. We'll see you after. Wait a minute, Michael. Have you been on the Pirates? You've been on the Pirates in California, correct?
Correct, I have.
Which is your favorite?
Probably the Disney World here.
Why?
Because the drop, in my opinion, is darker and longer.
Yeah, that's a very. Here's the thing. People usually come for me for this, but I always say this one because it's shorter. The one at Disney World, it's so long. Disneyland, you're on it for like 20 minutes. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is true.
It's wild. Anyway, on we go. See you after.
I need a bit of persuasion, ladies.
Now, you scurvy scout. Do I hear 10? A hen for a 10.
10, I'll give you.
Love you, Daddy Jack. Love you. Off Pirates, Speedwalk Sachet in motion, but back to Pirates. Michael, how was your ride on Pirates?
Pirate wasn't beautiful.
It was gorgeous. It was lovely. And that was another thing actually that I like about this one more that you drew attention to that I forgot. We don't have like that burning fire scent that is so wonderful in Disneyland. We don't have that. Or if we did, like I don't know how long it's been gone for because it's been gone for a while and it is delightful. What is your favorite part of the ride?
I think my favorite part of the ride would probably have to be the burning thing.
Yeah, my favorite part of the ride was when I was head down going past the water cannons because of course me and water, we don't mix, dears, we don't mix, I'll melt! Anyway, Michael goes, it's okay, we're clear. And then 2 seconds later, a cannon goes off. Thanks, Michael.
No problem, buddy.
Appreciate it. Okay, on to the next. Tianas, we're coming. Oh, TT girl, I've missed you. East Coast edition, 15 minutes. It's probably gonna be more like a walk-on, which we'd love to see it. This was perfect timing. Thank you, Disney Magic. Thank you for that. And Biscuits in no time at all, we are walking right into the station where Michael says we're going in the front row. Oh, bye. This is us before getting on. Completely dry. We're about to get in the front, and I am not excited about it. Thank you so much. Thank you. And if I get wet, do you have a towel?
In the car.
Well, what good is that going to do for us now, Michael? My goodness, we'll see after the ride. Goes to first drop. Oh, not yet. Oh no. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh! Oh my god. No! Oh no! Oh no. If Ricochet's up here, please don't. Please don't. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I bet you could even hear it ricochet. Ow! Ah! Oh my God! My God! I quit.
Refreshing.
I'm done. I'm over it. Day over. And while this line is not bad, I am so glad that we don't have to wait because what's going to happen is people are going to see that Tiana's is open and then they are going to start flooding the queue. So this worked out perfectly. I don't know if it's computing, but this entire side of, like, look, this is what color we're supposed to be, correct? This is what color we are. I'm basically winning a wet t-shirt concert at concert. It's going well. Wet t-shirt contest as we speak. Don't look. Michael, you're not doing much better than I am.
No,
You look
I'm
like you just
not.
took a shower.
I did.
But you know
See
what?
on my glasses too.
You can. It's a little damp, a little wet. And you know the best thing about that is there's nobody really here to blame but you.
Well, no, you know what? I'm not.
Look, I didn't have to get in the front, but I did. And if you haven't ridden TTs in the front, go in the front for the first time. Just know that this is inevitably going to be your reality. Did you love it?
I did love it.
It's a great ride.
It is.
Where does it rank for all of your rides here at Magic Kingdom?
I'd probably put it at an 8. On a hot
Oh,
day.
out of 10.
Out of
An
10,
8 out
yeah.
of 10.
8 out of 10.
In terms of favorite, like ride to ride to ride, where would you rank it? What rides are ahead of it, would you say? You love Space Mountain, right?
Put Space and Tron ahead of it.
Space and Tron, honestly, that's a really solid. Like this and Tron are kind of like interchangeable for me a little bit, but like I think that's gonna be my order too. And then Space like kind of slides in there a third, I think. And then PhilharMagic, hello, one of the best attractions ever. Do you love it?
Oh, it's an amazing show. I love it.
He gets it. Let's go on to the next. So as we were leaving TT, I didn't see the line that was outside that they then started to funnel into the rest of the queue. It's still on the tip board right now, just saying 25 minutes, which really isn't too bad. But to be able to knock that out now, while so many people now are going to be going back there, a lot of which also have lightning lanes, which is going to slow things down inevitably. That was the best possible case scenario because that line is only going to be getting longer. And then I was just looking at the lines throughout the rest of the park right now, and while a lot of things are still 5 5 or 10 minutes. You have Peter Pan's, which was at 35. Haunted Mansion, which we were gonna look at, is showing 30, but I wanna see it first before we commit to that. Tron is at 40. Space Mountain is still at 15, which is amazing. Jungle Cruise is at 30. I usually skip Jungle Cruise, I'm gonna be honest. I know, I'm sorry. Another thing that I would love to do is see the Magical Friendship Fair, but for the most part, this has been a wildly successful rope drop morning. It was the rope drop morning that, like, this was probably plan C. If I had a plan A and a B before it, this was probably plan C, but we went where the wind took us, and it ended up being very beneficial to get on these rides in this amount of time, because it's only, Michael, what time is it? What time is it?
10:59.
But 10:59. So from 8 until 11 o'clock to be able to knock out the most popular rides here in the park, that's pretty incredible. I feel really great about that. Would you feel pretty great about that?
I feel pretty great about that too.
Pretty great. Because you did Space first, right?
I did do Space first,
100%.
yeah.
Is that how you always start the day?
I always start the day with Space.
I love that. We're actually going to try to ride some of the influx of people going to Tiana's over to another very popular ride. Undoubtedly, like, I'm not surprised that this is one of the most popular rides in the park, but Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh consistently, when I'm here, has 30 and above line, and even for a lot of today, aside from Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Tron, Winnie the Pooh was the other longest line, I guess in addition to Jungle Cruise as well. It's showing 15 right now. Will it be 15 when we get over there? Probably not, but we are at least going to go over and look because I love that attraction. It's another one of my favorite classic attractions, so we're going to see if we can do it. Haunted Mansion, let's see if it's giving genuine 30. I don't think so. Here's the thing. You can't see if it's in the extended queue, so while I can see people here, you don't know if it's going in the extended queue off to the side of the mansion or going right into the pre-show, so that is just not a risk we're going to take right now. We're going to risk it for Winnie the Pooh. We'll see you there. And biscuits, for the popular rides, things change very quickly, so what was 15, the line is now all the way to the back of this queue, and it goes all the way down to here. It's posted now at 35. If you have a popular ride that you're trying to get on, but you haven't done it for rope drop, or you're trying to access it during the day, watch how high it goes. No, you're okay. Watch how high the time goes, and then when you start to see it kind of trickle off, then consider going back to it, because at least by that point, hopefully it'll be a more accurate representation, or maybe even a little bit shorter. This is not a foolproof plan, mind you. It's not foolproof, but at least it can be a little bit helpful just in case, rather than seeing it at a really low time, like seeing Winnie the Pooh during the day at 15 minutes. It's like, what's happening? Then once people see that, of course they're gonna rush back. So I would say do it the opposite way and hope for the best, but it's not always a foolproof science, and I failed a lot of science classes anyway, so definitely don't trust my science, but it's worked for me in the past, so we're gonna take it. Biscuits, that is gonna do it for our rope drop morning here at the Magic Kingdom, and once again, I do have to say that it was a total slay. It was not the plan that I went in with, but it's the plan that we got, and sometimes that is just what's meant to be and what's supposed to happen. So to recap, originally my plan was to start at Tiana's and then backtrack from there. Go to Pirates, go to Haunted Mansion, and then start making my way back to Tomorrowland. But we ended up going to Peter Pan and risking that, and even though we got there and the line was backed up a little bit, 15 minutes to get on. We then went to Tron, 20 minutes to get on, walk on to Space Mountain, essentially a walk on, 20 minutes to get on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, a walk on to Pirates, and a walk on to Tiana's. It really doesn't get much better than that. Yes, we could do Jungle Cruise. Yes, we could do Winnie the Pooh, but we just saw how long that line was. But for me, this is the point of the day where I would do a couple things. Number one, I would probably get a coffee, start mobile ordering some lunch, and get some food. Or number two, this is when I personally am going to start going to the shows. So we're right in front of the castle. Magical Friendship Fair, one of my favorite shows to see at Walt Disney World, is going to be happening here at about 11:10, I believe, and it happens 5 times throughout the day. I also love Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. I've never been that guy. I've never gotten the seat quite correct, so I would love to be that guy on Monsters Inc. But I also love Carousel of Progress, and then one of my other favorite shows to go see, Mickey's PhilharMagic and Huggy Bear Jamboree. There's a lot of spectacular entertainment yet attractions to be able to see here at the park, and when things get crowded, those are the things that typically say the least crowded, in addition to the People Mover, another one of my favorite attractions here at all of Walt Disney World. So you can come, especially on these Mickey's Not So Scary mornings, and have an incredible time, get a lot of rides done in a short amount of time, and big hitting rides too, and then you can still have the rest of your day, whether that's to park hop, to go eat somewhere, or to see some of the shows. So we are still in spooky season. If you can swing it, come to the park on Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween. Yes, it's an earlier morning. Yes, if you have early entry, that is a 7:30 early entry. But I hope that you can see that by coming early, you get out of here early and you get on to other things, and you get to go on some of the best and most popular rides of Walt Disney World without much of a wait. Which, again, I think pretty much epitomizes the word sleigh, don't you, dears? For now, that is going to wrap our morning at Magic Kingdom. Up next, if I make it there tomorrow morning, we'll have to see. I really want to do a rope drop at Animal Kingdom, but Animal Kingdom also happens to be one of my favorite parks to park hop into, especially on a day like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, when most people are going to be going over to maybe Epcot or Hollywood Studios. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll do both, a little too, for hopping in and then rope dropping. We'll just have to wait and see. Biscuits, before you go, if you haven't, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so every time I post a video, you can come and slay with me. And as always, I'm Jeremy, but you can call me Jerendell. And as always, I will see you at the parks. Bye!